của ca Việt Nam có slide về sắp up. Don't be shy. Okay, we're gonna study together. Okay, and after you have, find the definition already, you can find the word in the box in section A, which the opposite word here. Okay, in section C, please. We have the word filthy, deprived, dark, chaotic, and compact. Please. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Muy congestion.
Reason, okay.
Teacher,
Is it okay?
not yet, teacher. I'm driving.
No, you're trying. Okay, so we start at one. Number two. Who want to respond to number two? There are a lot of muggings, and shootings.
Teacher, can I?
Yeah, please.
It's
Dangerous.
dangerous, right?
Yeah, very easy. The word dangerous. See, muggings and shootings. It is dangerous. Very good. Number three. Everything is very efficient, works very smoothly. Well run. Very good. It's well run. Everything is well run. So when everything is well run, everything works smoothly, efficiently. Yeah. Okay. This is the adverb that you can say. Okay. Efficiently. Yeah. Smoothly. Okay. Very good. Number four. There's a permanent cloud of smoke hanging over the city. You sometimes
Pollution.
on the fumes. What is the one?
Pollution.
Polluted. Not
Polluted.
pollution.
Polluted.
Adjective.
Yeah.
Polluted. Yeah, it is
Polluted,
polluted. Yeah. And then the reason some particular factory need to move away from the city, because the smoke from the factory can destroy the environment. Okay. A lot of factory in Cambodia before located in the city, but some now move to the the outskirts of the city. I say the outskirts or the suburb. Yeah. Okay, the suburb of the city.
Number
Good.
5.
Number 5. People
Rundown.
are fiercely rolling in money.
Run down.
Fluent.
Affluent, rich. Yeah, the word affluent. There's affluent area and there's the price area. Rich area and poor area. Yeah. Because some area, a lot of people like slum. This is slum, slum? Slum is a bad condition of poor area with only poor people living there. This is slum. Yeah.
Spotless.
Like Budin, Budin before, I think most of you might know Budin. But Budin are asked to move away from the area and they're going to build a new building there. Okay? So before that area we call slums because a lot of poor people living there. Yeah. So we call deprived area. Affluence consists of a lot of rich, big houses, detached houses. We say villa, yeah. Like Turco, okay. Big villas, yeah. Okay, what about 6? There was no rubbish, litters on the street and no graffiti anywhere. It was amazing to see. Graffiti is a picture drawing on the wall. In Cambodia,
Spotless.
we do not have graffiti on the wall. But in Western culture, graffiti is everywhere. It's on the wall. Yeah, it's a picture that people draw on the wall. But the graffiti we can see in the temple. Nhà Vũ có là Vũ nếu như hứa nè, như không preo về here cái cu ru bên nó chạy lên bên đó graffiti trở nên cái cu sát tiền nè, nó okay rồi bỏ qua. Okay, what is it you want?
Spotless. Strong.
Spotless.
Very good. We say spotless. When you say spotless, no liquors, no samram.
Yeah.
Okay. Is our city spotless
No.
or filthy? Yeah, our city is filthy. Filthy. Yeah, phụ huynh ta nói mình đang dây cáp nha, đại nó có miếng thang đây. Ai tròn hơi có miếng bom ôn, rồi nó nó bay tới năm đây, mà chạy tầm ram một tiếng nó khơi chứ bông. Rồi bạn ta miếng tròn hay nó còn ru, quỳnh nó pan đấy à, dưới nó tròn mà ta thì từ khổ à. Mà nó chứ mà xe lưu ta xe lưu ta chứ này mà cái này lưu too bad. Okay, 7. The transport system is not existent and cars just crawl along bumper to bumper. You know bumper? A bumper road is not stable. When you drive a car, when you ride a motorbike, it's not smooth. Was it the one? Number 7. Congested. Yeah, congested. Okay. Especially in Cambodia. During peak hours. Yeah. But it's right now. But more so bắt đầu đặt cam chỉ còn bay cái đá kia nữa. Bọn đặt cam rồi. Okay. Internet slow. Hold my internet vậy. Lúc này ra internet slow rồi, hay đừng biết slow nữa. Nhưng mà trời slow à. Okay, number 8. It just goes on for miles and miles. It's enormous. Enormous, very big animals. What is it about?
Sprawling.
Sprawling. Yeah, like you see, Phnom Penh City keeps sprawling. You can say Phnom Penh City keeps sprawling. You see, it become larger and larger. You see, 5 years ago, or 10 years ago, Phnom Penh Mai, there's no house. But a lot of houses now in Phnom Penh Mai. But 10 years ago, there's no house, no many house. I can say that. Năm trước muốn Phnom Penh Mai chặt chăng đây, nên chỉ phong thật lệch tập biệt. Nhà được bằng chú sẽ chủ, nhà sao bằng chú là sao bằng chú sẽ chủ kìa. Tôi đầm bắn cho nhom chia tới nhom chặt đây on ca nữa nè. Lấy ban chơi là ban phi tới, cái lại phi chặt ca vào on ca môi tới, đây phum, đây tập đó. Nhà lấy bên đông nâng ấy mai chị, nhé, đây đông nâng, nhà, cái đầm đông lưu cho tôi nhé. Nhà, muốn nói thế, difference, yeah. Okay, then because it's what's sprawling, you see, yeah. Number 9, the houses are crumbling, and there are lots of, derelict buildings which seem to have been abandoned altogether.
Vibrant.
Okay, derelict, almost, fall down. What is it, the one? Run down. Yeah, you see some building in not Central Market, Sakadal, such as Old Market. A lot of old
Rundown.
building there. Those building needs to demolish, and some particular building across from the BS, BS, and the BS now is demolished already because it's really old building. Anh nói vui vui kia BS này là đọc school thì muốn cái gì cái đi, đúng không? Như là cái bay cháu rồi cô vài đời con Royal Group nó bao là cái mấy nhá. Cái cha phê hay là kia hắn đâu xa cả đá xa chạy nó như nó cắt tam nó đằng này. Kia đâu xong tha rất mà mòn ố đừng chui đây thì mùi cho ca nhân nên nó phải bay chứ đó là đồ trên chui đây nó có mùi cho từng mũi cái nữa mau cái từ đó
lúc nó cùng
mà chờ cái mau ai thấy cho nó thay đó đại cho
nó cấp
cho ngỏ nhận đây chọn mình nắng chứ nên take good care đó nhà tao đom cá bây giờ còn cái đá khói là ngất tiếp ra bữa nay xa cái đá chúng ta láng cái đá ngất sưng không biết đã kia cha mới đưa bú đinh nhá này nó mới bú đinh mà kia cha nên toàn bài chào rồi còn thứ nhé okay so that building you see it's almost demolished okay building okay now you move to the next section section C could you please find the opposite word with the word in the box here please. Like the filthy, deprived, dull, chaotic, compact, and selfless. You ready one?
Not.
Yeah, look at the word filthy. Which word that opposite with the word filthy? Filthy meaning a lot of litter, rubbish. Okay, which word? Yeah, opposite with the spotless. So hopefully in the future, our city gonna become the spotless city in the world. Yeah. Okay, what about deprived? Affluent. That refer to the poor area, bad condition area. Is it deprived? Dull. Vibrant. Dull is vibrant. Vibrant. There's so much going on, but dull, so quiet, calm. Okay. Some people they like that. If you like dull situation, you can go to the province, remote area, and then you go to the word compact. Sorry, chaotic. I'm sorry,
Just
chaotic.
skip one.
Yeah, chaotic. I'm sorry, chaotic.
Well run.
Well run. Very good. Yeah, well run. Chaotic opposite well run. Okay, very good. Yeah, chaotic opposite with well run. And compact.
Sprawling. Sprawling.
Sprawling. Yeah, compact is still small. It's still congested. Yeah. You see, my room is very compact, very small. Okay, yeah. And then safe is opposite one. Danger.
Dangerous.
Okay, easy peasy. Okay, now I think I have uploaded the vocabulary builder for you guys already. You can use that book. Okay, did I upload it? Yeah, I did. Okay, upload the vocabulary builder. Please use this vocabulary builder to learn more the new vocabulary, please. Or you can download. Yeah. Now, let's move to the listening section. You are going to hear two conversations about the city. Listen, see here, listen and take note on what the two cities are like. Okay, the first question. Second, compare your idea. Which place would you rather live in and why? Think about two cities. Second C. Listen again and complete the missing words in the gap here. Okay, are you ready, everyone? Ready?
Yes, teacher.
Okay, listen carefully. I gotta play for you guys. I think I should play from my laptop, but my laptop has problem with the speakers. It doesn't work well because it dropped. It used to drop, so the speaker doesn't work properly. Listen, I will use my smartphone. Make it smart.
1.1 Conversation 1.
Can you hear?
How was your trip?
Great, really amazing. Have you ever been there?
No.
Again, can you hear it clearly?
Yes, teacher. Here.
Can you explain, teacher?
Yes, teacher.
Again. Yeah. Please, again, listen again, please.
1.1. Conversation 1. How was your trip?
Great. Really amazing. Have you ever been there?
No. What's it like?
It's really wild. It took me by surprise, actually.
Yeah?
Yeah. I don't know what I expected, really. I just thought it'd be quieter. But the nightlife is totally mad.
Really?
Honestly, the people there party like there's no tomorrow. We went out with these people and ended up in a place at about 4 in the morning, and it was absolutely packed.
Yeah?
Seriously, you couldn't move. In fact, the whole city was still buzzing. You can still get stuck in traffic at that time of night.
Wow.
Actually, that was a bit of a downside. The congestion.
Really? Is it bad?
Unbelievable. You just spend hours and hours in your car crawling along with everyone honking their horns. You'd be quicker walking, really.
So did you?
No, it's unbearably humid, so you can't really. Honestly, you only have to walk out of your hotel and you're dripping in sweat. It's just like a thick wall of heat that hits you.
There must be a fair amount of pollution then.
That as well. There's this appalling cloud of smog that constantly hangs over the city. You nearly choke on the fumes when you're outside.
Sounds pretty grim. Are you sure it's so great?
Well, you know, it does have its drawbacks. But as I say, it just has a real buzz. Especially downtown, with the skyscrapers and the neon lights flashing and the people and the noise. It's just a very vibrant place.
Conversation 2.
What's your hometown like? It's supposed to be nice, isn't it?
It is, if you like that sort of place.
What do you mean?
It's just very conservative. You know, it's very affluent. You see loads and loads of people in fur coats and posh cars, and the streets are spotless, but it's also just incredibly dull. There's not much going on.
Right.
I know it's a bit more run down here, but at least it's more lively. There's more of a music scene, you know?
Yeah, I know what you mean. So you wouldn't consider going back to live there?
Maybe. I mean, don't get me wrong. It is a good place to live if you're bringing up kids. Everything works very smoothly, and as I say, there's not a speck of litter on the streets. So, if I were to settle down, I might move back. It's just not what I want right now.
Fair enough.
1.2.
Okay, so after listening one times to conversation, which place you prefer to live, based on the descriptions from the speaker.
Second one.
They want
The affluence area
the
one.
fluent area is the second one, I think. There's a fluent area. It is. It's good, quiet.
There's also
You see?
Portland.
It's spotlight, yeah. Think about the spotlight, okay? Yes, yes. Okay, maybe yes. You prefer number one, okay? Anything else?
No, that's it.
Okay. Would you like to listen again, or we want to discuss the whole passage? So look at the first sections. What are the two cities like? So the first one, it's really wow. So it's really wow. People can enjoy it. There's so much going on. It's really wow, right? There's so much going on, like Tumbin City. That's number one, right? How about the second one? It's just very conservative. When you say conservative, just like Siem Reap. Calm, peace, everything is really like before. You see that very conservative. When I've been to New Zealand, compared to Wellington and Auckland, totally different. Auckland is a city is very wild. It's a wild city, while Wellington is a conservative, city. So totally different city. Yeah. Okay, different city. Would you like to listen again, or you want me to, to continue to discuss about the topic? Okay, one more time. Okay, please, yeah. Come on. Let me know, okay? Yeah.
1.1. Conversation 1. How was your trip?
Great. Really amazing. Have you ever been there?
No. What's it like?
It's really wild. It took me by surprise, actually.
Yeah?
Yeah. I don't know what I expected, really. I just thought it'd be quieter. But the nightlife is totally mad.
Really?
Honestly, the people there party like there's no tomorrow. We went out with these people and ended up in a place at about 4 in the morning, and it was absolutely packed.
Yeah?
Seriously, you couldn't move. In fact, the whole city was still buzzing. You can still get stuck in traffic at that time of night.
Wow.
Actually, that was a bit of a downside. The congestion.
Really? Is it bad?
Unbelievable. You just spend hours and hours in your car crawling along with everyone honking their horns. You'd be quicker walking, really.
So did you?
No, it's unbearably humid, so you can't really. Honestly, you only have to walk out of your hotel and you're dripping in sweat. It's just like a thick wall of heat that hits you.
There must be a fair amount of pollution then.
That as well. There's this appalling cloud of smog that constantly hangs over the city. You nearly choke on the fumes when you're outside.
Sounds pretty grim. Are you sure it's so great?
Well, you know, it does have its drawbacks. But as I say, it just has a real buzz, especially downtown, with the skyscrapers and the neon lights flashing and the people and the noise. It's just a very vibrant place.
Yeah. So for young people, they might really like this city, right? Because the city is very wild, a lot of activities, nightlife that people can enjoy, a lot of KTVs, such as in Phnom Penh everywhere. Okay. So this is a good thing that you can consider, okay? Compared to the second city, please listen, everyone.
Conversation 2.
What's your hometown like? It's supposed to be nice, isn't it?
It is, if you like that sort of place.
What do you mean?
It's just very conservative. You know, it's very affluent. You see loads and loads of people in fur coats and posh cars, and the streets are spotless, but it's also just incredibly dull. There's not much going on.
Right.
I know it's a bit more run down here, but at least it's more lively. There's more of a music scene, you know?
Yeah, I know what you mean. So, you wouldn't consider going back to live there?
Maybe. I mean, don't get me wrong, it is a good place to live if you're bringing up kids. Everything works very smoothly, and as I say, there's not a speck of litter on the streets. So, if I were to settle down, I might move back. It's just not what I want right now.
Fair enough.
Okay, so at the moment, if you live there, it doesn't, rush enough, but it's good for raising the kid or bringing up kids there for the second place. Okay, everything is smoothly, everything is good in terms of condition, you see, compared to the second one. The first one is totally different. Okay, the second one is good for raising kids. Yeah, so you might consider about that. And then the reason after you graduate, you live in the city for a while, and then after marriage, you might not go back to your hometown. Why? You might find somewhere in the city to settle down. Even the city, Phnom Penh city is not really good for living, but it's good for your kids in terms of assessing school. This school assessing. Yeah, because they have varieties of school that you can send your kids to. Sometimes they say, it's good for living there. Okay, that fits the second one. And a lot of parents thinking about what bringing up their kids. Where is a good place for bringing up their kids? Okay, living in the province might not be a good decision maker. That's the reason they try to settle down in the city or somewhere nearby the city, which they can send their children to a standard school. That's it. Okay, so which place would you rather live in? Why? I think we can discuss. For those of you who live alone, you might prefer the first one because there's a lot of KTV. Okay, just like in Cambodia, yeah. Okay, like Phnom Penh City, except this moment because of what the COVID-19. KTV are closed, right? KTV are closed, so all gentlemen have to stay at home with their family. Okay, that's the reason. I don't know. We'll check. Yeah.
Teacher, can you speak loudly, teacher?
Huh?
Hello. Speak loudly, lecturer. She said.
Okay. I think it's very similar to Cambodian city. Young people really like living in Phnom Penh city because it's very vibrant. It's very wild. A lot of nightlife activity that they can enjoy. Yeah, like us and a club. Yeah, and a club ហ្នឹងហើយបាន COVID-19 ផ្ទុះពឹប yeah ណាមួយ KTV មួយទៀត yeah កាលខ្ញុំនៅកន្លែងមុនបន្ទប់មុននឹងបន្ទប់ហើយដល់ដុំជាប់ហ្នឹងមានឲ្យគេលុបស្បូវមានលៀបបលិះចូលមកកំពុងអង្គុយផឹកកំពុងអង្គុយស៊ីបលិះចូលដេញហើយចេញបើកឡានមកទាំងឡានរត់ទាំងឡានអីអូព្រីកព្រុសពេញហ្នឹងអាពេលឈើសតបនវាមែនខ្ញុំទេខ្ញុំនៅក្បែរហ្នឹងខ្ញុំឃើញទេហ្នឹងបនវាសោតឃើញទេឈើខ្មាស់គេដល់ថាឃើញគេដេញហើយយើងពាក់ពីសាឡានរត់ទៅអញ្ចឹងហើយចេញមកព្រូអញ្ចឹងអូយដល់កយ៉ាទៅការងាររាជការអញ្ចឹងម៉ាតែshame មែនតើណា
You could try.
អត់ try មួយទេអាហ្នឹងតែ try ខ្មាស់ទៀតណាព្រោះចូល fresh new សោះធ្វើការនៅ fresh new ច្រើនហ្នឹងធ្វើការនៅ fresh new ច្រើននៅ fresh new នៅស្អីគេកោះសន្តិភាពគេ60 verse 60 verse គេព្រោះចំគ្រូអញចុះមួយហ្នឹងគុំយូរហើយចាស្រឡាញ់គ្រូយូរហើយគុំយូរហើយគេតែសារប្រឡងរៀនមួយគាត់វេទនីពេកគេអញមិនគុំយូរហើយដាក់គ្រូអញទៅមួយសិនមើលគ្រូយូរទៅហ៎ពីសិនប្រយ័ត្នយ៉ាចឹងមិនថាសិស្សនៅកន្លែងចឹងទៅសិស្សហានិភ័យចឹងទៅហានិភ័យយើងប្រយ័ត្នមួយគាត់ទៅយ៉ានិយាយមែនហើយដល់ចុះពេលសិស្សគាត់រៀនទៀតហើយជួបទៀតហើយអញជួបទៀតហើយដូចមិញហ្នឹងជួបទៀតហើយគឺបុនកាលណាជួបរហូតខណៈអរដល់ជួបដល់តែប្រឡងបាវិទ្យាអញស្ពះហ្មងអត់ធូរហើយ10សរសៃទៅបាត់ទៅកន្លះយ៉ាអត់ធូរហើយងាប់ហ្នឹងមិនមែនរូបទេណាឥឡូវទៅកំពុងនៅអូខេ COVID ហងមានសិស្សមួយគាត់ភ័យខ្លួននេះប្រហែលនេះសិស្សមួយគាត់ភ័យដែរណាភ័យខ្លួនថ្ងៃនេះជួបគាត់ថាភ័យទៅជឿជួបដោយប្រយោលតែគេតែជឿក្បាលហើយបាត់គ្នាពេញនោះគេតែជឿក្បាលប្អូនទៅអោតែហៅទៅហ្នឹងហើយយើងអនឡាញលើជួបគ្នាវិញអញបាច់ទេនឹងដឹងដែរហើយគ្នាអារម្មណ៍នោះអត់នៅទេអូខេខ្ញុំមានអ្នកហាត់តែពេញខ្យល់អូខេតើវិញតែមួយទៅមួយគាត់នោះសួតណាពេញខ្យល់នឹងប្រយ័ត្នណាស់គ្នាគាត់ងើសួតទៅសារអញ្ចឹងដែរវាលឿនទៅសារអញ្ចឹងជាមិនទៅអូស្ត្រាលីហើយនៅនូហ្សេឡង់គេ check សួតមុនឲ្យខ្លាំងណាស់នូហ្សេឡង់ខ្លាំងបំផុតគឺ check សួតនឹងមកគេខ្ញុំគេបាញ់កាំរស្មី check មកសួតខ្ញុំអញ្ចឹងគេឲ្យខ្ញុំដោះអាវទាំងអស់ខ្ញុំយល់ដែរភ័យដែរកាលហ្នឹងព្រោះមានអ្នកគ្រូមកពេទ្យហ្នឹងហើយអ្នកគ្រូពេទ្យចៃដល់ពួកម៉ារៀន Bachelor មួយគ្នាអើលេខអីវិញខ្លួនខ្លួនចាប៉ះគេផ្សេងយ៉ាងនេះទៀតទៅចាំបាត់ហើយបានពួកម៉ាដែរដល់ឯងមុខចេញហងណាដល់ឯងនេះគេបាញ់សួតយើងហ្នឹងទៅថ្ងៃអ្នកខ្លះនឹងងាប់បានណាតែ3 4ដងក៏មានបញ្ហាសុខភាពតាក់ទងណាស់ liver ហើយនឹងសួតហ្នឹងវាគាត់ឲ្យទៅទេអត់បានទេហើយគេមិនផ្ញើលទ្ធផលមកឲ្យយើងទេ they say this result to the embassy New Zealand embassy អត់បានទេណា
ស្ថានទូត
អត់ស្រួលទេខ្ញុំគេ check អាជំងឺនឹងពិបាកទៅដល់ហ្នឹងបង្កើតឲ្យគេនឹងប៉ុនបដ ாய் chứមិនគេខ្លាចព្រោះប្រទេសទីត្រជាក់ New Zealand ត្រជាក់សាំមើលតែ 9 10 ហ្នឹងញ៉ាំនេះគឺ16 degree Celsius 6 10ទៅយើងនៅញាក់ប៉ុណ្ណេះហើយហ្នឹងមានស្អីគេទៅសាំមើលគេហើយតែហាយទឹកលីទៅសមុទ្រអូយហាយកាត់លោកជាក់យ៉ាងងាប់ចង់ទៅលេងហាយទៅសមុទ្រគេគឺគេតំណងមកហើយគាត់លូកជើងទៅចាក់គេជាម៉ៃយូអាយមានហ៊ានទៀតណាយ៉ាជួកអាវទៅមូចុះទៅញ៉ាខុសគេកន្លែងហ្នឹងណាមើលយើងហើយវាអូខេ yeah okay, let's discuss about the second one. Yeah, the second city is good, I think, for raising kids, right? If you bringing up kids is a good place. Even city, you know, Phnom Penh city is a good place already. Cannot be compared to other city. A lot of parents keep, you know, living in city, even though it's very chaotic, or you know, the city is not really stable. I use the stable, unstable. Yeah. Okay វាមានស្ថិរភាពយ៉ាងណាយើងดูព្យាយាមដែរព្រោះសន្តិសុខនៃសុខខ្មែរយើងអត់សុខទេយប់ពេលវ៉ាន់នោះផ្ទះខ្ញុំនេះថក់ទាំងយប់ហើយទូកងនេះក្រោយពេទ្យទីស្ដីការពេទ្យនេះក្រោយទីស្ដីការពេទ្យចិត្តសាទូកងហ្នឹងហ្មងនេះឡើយតែយូរកាលខ្ញុំចោះត្រូវបើកឡានចូលមុនមកផ្ទះហ្នឹងនារីពីនេះគាត់ចេញមកពីណាទេកន្លែងកាន់ទូរស័ព្ទអូបងណាបងណាមិនដឹងអានោះអានទឹកជីពីក្រោយឆក់ទៅបានឯងគាត់បើកទីឡានមកទៅចាំចោះអាណាដេញតាន់អូខេចឹងអូលហានណាបានទេណា stay safe and sound ទៅវាcomeទៅមុខទៀតអត់មានអាហ្នឹងទេចាអាហ្នឹងមកនៅចំកណ្ដាលក្នុងចិត្តវិទ្យា3អំបណ្ណានៃទៀតណាចាចិត្តសាលាប៉ិនអ៊ុំសាលាទូកោណានេះបឋមទូកោចាហើយក្រោយសាលាបឋមទូកោផ្ទះសិទ្ធិវិឡាអាហ្នឹងសិទ្ធិមានគេថា affluent area ហ្នឹងវិឡាធំមកជុំនោះឆ្កែដេញខំអត់ឆ្កែក៏ដាក់ឆ្កែកាយយ៉ា okay yeah អត់មានឆ្កែដាក់ឆ្កែកាយOkay, let's discuss about this one. Yeah, come on, sao vậy? Nó rừng bật đó nha. Okay, look at C1 again. Okay, number 1, it's really bow. Z is really bow. It. What is it? What is the answer here?
Took me by surprise, actually.
What is it?
It
Took me by surprise. Very good. Yeah, took me by surprise. Good. Surprise. Yeah, surprise. Good. Okay, by surprise. Yeah. Okay. B. What about B1? Honestly, the people there party
like there's no tomorrow.
like there's no tomorrow. See, no tomorrow. They're like no tomorrow. What does it mean? Like there's no tomorrow. អត់មានដឹងថ្ងៃព្រឹកថ្ងៃយប់អីទេទៅហើយថ្ងៃណាក៏កម្មជីដែរចា no tomorrow ជំរាវរហូតអូខេការនៅបន្ទប់ជួលថ្ងៃណាក៏ច្រៀងថ្ងៃណាក៏ច្រៀងអាព្រលឹមថ្ងៃទៀតក៏កាន់តែច្រៀងអាថ្ងៃច័ន្ទចេះក៏ច្រៀងអាឯងចង់វិលមកជាមួយពួកគាត់ដែរអូខេកម្មជីរហូតពេលល្ងាចពញាកើតទេ music រហូតដាក់អូព្រះស្អាតមិនត្រៃហើយ đại mong cho nên là bọn ấy game ôn thật ra mình giải thật ra mình chịu chấp đời xa bòn này đúng không vậy ra bòn ôn sẽ bài cho đây nè bắt trong mây kiến như vậy nhưng mà chắc là bọn này em đang mới cầm thì ôn nơi cho bắt tục ngày đang quạt cái đấy ngày hay bộ phu với nó còn pha sáp nó còn nghe speaker quạt nó mua bộ cái portable speaker có đã anh mua bàn ôi từ chiếng đi ôi từ chiếng nó chung quanh nó ai chứ bỏ tam con ok cho mình đang thành năng dòng mà chế mà nếu mà bây giờ đăng lại bị cái như thế cái hay mình cái đây mình speaker cái chế để bây giờ ta bị affect từ lứa our neighbors or ok mình có đăng bài này có mình đăng bài thì với bỏ đồng khan bắp miếng bọc gì thì bỏ đồng khan nhưng sau cái ngắn đấy giúp ấy trên đây vậy á mình nhảy nhảy từ chiếng chưa nó tốt từ lúc nó mà tốt từ có che nó cũng hỗ trợ chương như thế như mẹ nhưng như mẹ ai giúp cái này sốc cứ chung cái này giúp bị chung mày vậy nó dương giúp bị chung hiện nơi một cái cái này quan nó không bị chung có hạt thịt như quan nó một from mình rơi lưu vào mà đại thế rồi bây giờ bị áp luôn bắt ra mà fire alarm đúng không hỗ trợ chương cái này trong những ấy nơi làm building một cái mà building thì hỗn hợp này hỗn hợp chả sao ta phải sao nó chọc sao biết on lôi điện và sao vừa smart key rồi và smart key bài mình bán cho sao dùng chạm nó dương rồi smart key cả nó một chung cái phạt mình nữaอายุผมได้ยุบตรงไหนเนี่ยยุบมาแล้วยุบกลางอย่างยังว่ามันแข็งอ่ะยุบกลางแล้วเนี่ยครับเอาเป็นแปะกลางไว้แปะสีเนี่ยเรากินผมคนนั่งตื้อเนื้ออย่างนี้ยังถอนโอเคโอ้สบายอ่ะพอยุบว่าไงสกสารพอสกสารที่มิงกำที่tích cái gì ok cái chứ như với mình đăng này there's no tomorrow party there's no tomorrow this is the things okay another one actually there was
A bit.
a bit
A bit.
What?
A bit of
downside. Very good. A bit of downside. Yeah. Okay. The congestion. You see? Yeah. I think it's really hard for you to see that. Okay. Yeah. Maybe. I would try. Yeah. What about D? Are you sure it's so great? What is it? The one D. Sound pretty. Yeah. Sound pretty grim. Sound pretty grim. Yeah, sound pretty grim. Okay. Yeah, sound pretty grim. Are you sure it's so great? Yeah. It does. It does what I want. It does have.
It
It has drawback.
Yeah, it does have drawbacks or disadvantages. Yeah,
Disadvantages.
it's drawback. Okay, or disadvantages. Remember, drawbacks. Yeah, drawbacks with us. Okay. Okay. Yeah, but as I say, it just has a real buzz, a real exciting, buzz meaning exciting. Yeah, so you can enjoy. You can have a real enjoyment. Yeah. This is the meaning of real buzz. What about number 2? It is if you like.
Live wood.
That sort of the place.
Very good. That kind of that sort of that place. Okay, very good. Of place. Yeah. Okay, it is if you like that sort of place. Very good. Next B, it's more likely there's
More of a music scene.
they are more of a music sense. Yeah, music sense. See, more of a music sense. Yeah, place your music sense where you can listen to music sense. Yeah. Okay, you know. So
You would.
would consider to live there.
so you what you wouldn't
You done.
Consider going back.
you wouldn't consider not consider okay consideration a lot of
So
students
you
yeah,
wouldn't
consider going back yeah so
Oh, no.
you wouldn't consider going back to live there